What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 14, Bubble Trouble. Um, I don't know how this review gonna go because it really wasn't all that. It felt like a filler episode. I was a little bored with it. I really wasn't paying too much attention to it, but I got what it was talking about. But am I the only one that kind of felt that way about this episode? It really didn't give me much, okay? Truth be told, I wanted to see more Reese and Jessica. Okay, I wanted to see what was going on with them. Baby mama, baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a little bit more interesting than who we saw. All right, they could have gave us a little bit more Quaylin and Chevelle. But since we talking about that, let's just go ahead and talk about them because they only gave them like a blurb, bitch. Okay, I said discrimination. But anyway, so, Quaylin was in his feels the last week's episode. He just wanted to vibe out or whatever. He's thinking about a whole bunch of stuff. And Mr. Quaylin is having second thoughts. That's all that I can say about this. This is all that it can be summed up to. Because, you didn't promise your girl one thing, you didn't promise your mama one thing, and now you gotta meet somewhere in between and figure out what exactly you're gonna do. You going down there to Houston or you staying out there in Kansas City? Which one is it? Okay, do you want to be a daddy, do you want to be a husband, or do you want to be a hoe? Okay, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? That is his dilemma right about now, and he just don't know which way he want to go. Okay, that's what it's gonna be leading up to. So they take the little girl to the zoo. Okay, I was looking at that zoo. I was like, this the zoo? Now, out here in Chicago, we got the Lincoln Park Zoo. That's the free zoo. Okay, you got to pay for parking just in case if y'all want to come out here to Chicago, when the weather is nice or whatever, y'all come out here to Chicago. You go to the Lincoln Park Zoo up there on the north side. It's free to get in, but, it costs like $15, $20 or whatever to park and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's a little smaller than the Brookfield Zoo. The Brookfield Zoo is the big zoo that you got to pay to get in. You got to pay to park. You got to pay all that shit. That costs a little change, okay? And even though, Lincoln Park Zoo is a little bit smaller than Brookfield Zoo, it don't look shit like the zoo that they was at. I said, girl, what is this? This great value ass zoo that they was having. I said, I was like, what in the Carrie Hilson type of zoos is going on? I was confused. I'm sorry. Why I do that girl like that? Let me strike that back. It ain't Carrie's fault. It is a little bit her fault, but it ain't her fault. They set that girl up to fail, if y'all know the story. But the zoo looked naked. Okay? I said, where are the animals? First of all, it's cold outside. So, they had their coats on and everything. So I'm like, well, it's cold outside. So the animals said, fuck y'all. Okay? We got furs on and everything, but we done been rehabilitated and everything. We ain't met for a while. Okay? So, I'm looking at I said, it's them little hyenas of the woods or whatever. They look skinty and everything. Feed them motherfuckers. I said, ain't nobody else here? Y'all done rented out the place for them? Girl, I could go on and on about how naked this zoo was. I was confused, okay? But it was a nice time to see Quaylin and Chevelle and the little girl together. Having a good time. They look like a little family. He called her his daughter. He trying to be a father and all this stuff. I said, you need to grow up and be the man, first of all, before you try to be anybody's father. But okay, we're going to let that go. And, of course, Chevelle, let me tell you something. Chevelle, sweetie. Part of the reason that I was distracted was because Chevelle, she has a moon face. That's not the issue. The makeup, okay? That's the issue to me. And most importantly, the hair, okay? My ladies, I'm not a wig connoisseur, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a makeup contour type of person or whatever. But I know what look good and I know what feels good and I know what just don't seem right. And everything about what you had on, Chevelle, in your confessional, it looked like your wig brace in your confessional make you look like you have on a helmet, okay? It literally looked like if I go like this, it's gonna lift up. It don't even look like you got regular braids up in your head. It look like you got a wig that is a wig braid. a braided wig. That's what it looked like. Okay, all the little white stuff right here. I said I don't think that was supposed to be. I mean, is that glue? Is that lace glue or what? I was confused. Okay, and then when you up at the zoo, you put your out the house. I'm finna go run errands hair on. That's what she did. That's what she did. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you going to the zoo, it's gonna get funky anyway. So don't put the good shit on. And I mean, at least put that shit in a ponytail if you ain't gonna make it look decent. Okay, it was all scattered and it was like sitting on top over here, like cocked to the side, like a baseball cap. And I was really confused about what was going on. And I'm looking at her and I was like, how old is Chevelle? Because if Quaylin is 29 years old, Chevelle got to be at least 30 something. You know what I'm saying? And she looked way older than him. She looked way older than him. She looked like his mama. And I was like, what is going on? And the way that she was talking down, like she talks to him like she his mama too. And that's what it was that got me. And that's probably what's getting on Quaylin's nerve too. Okay? His whole dilemma is, she bringing up what happened and all that stuff and what's going on. And he was like, I just gotta been thinking, I gotta go down to he gotta see the rest of his family or whatever, so he gotta go visit Houston. Okay. She was like, oh, we out here having a good time. It's really nice that you got us out here and we having a good time with the girl. You know what I'm saying? All this, because, the last time it was like, but, this is cute or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I mean, it's cute or whatever, but I hate to burst your bubble, but I got to go down to Houston to visit some family or whatever. And she was like, so what you buying? You buying a one-way ticket or you buying a round-trip ticket? Which one you buying? A one-way ticket? I said, oh, Chevelle, you might as well let that go. Okay? Because he basically, out of that whole conversation, what we got out of that is Mr. Quaylin don't know when he gonna come back. Okay? If he gonna come back. And at this point in time, I don't have time. Chevelle, you have a daughter. And I understand you invested some time or whatever, and everybody keep on saying what they keep on saying. I think Heather said this about Dylan too. You was one way up in prison. They ain't got nothing but time to do nothing to give you all these sweet nothings and say one thing or whatever. Now they're out in reality or whatever, and now they open to a lot of possibilities, and they're not trying to be trapped down. And that's what Quaylin feeling. You doing too much a little bit. He's in over his head. I ain't trying to make excuses, but this is what I'd probably be thinking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you cute or whatever to pass the time, but now that I'm out, I'm looking at all this stuff, and it's like, you doing a little bit too much, mama. Okay, you doing too much. Of course she gets pissed off because she already know what that means. And I was just like, let that shit go. Let that shit go. Okay. Moving on from this. John and Christiana. Girl, take them off the show. Okay. Take them off the show because they annoy me. They annoy me. And it's not necessarily her that annoys me. It's him. Because if Sean is stupid, he is stupid with a little sense, but just it's one thing to be stupid with no sense, but it's another thing to already got sense, but then you still deliberately being stupid. And I'm like, what is going on with you, John? Like, you're doing too much. All the men on this show is just doing too much. Okay, that's with a woman that's getting out of prison. Y'all are just dumb. All right, that's all that it comes down to. Y'all are acting really dumb. John, we already knew what was up with you when you got married to Christiana as soon as she got out of prison on her way to the halfway house and made the girl late. Christiana is going to get effed up. Christiana is going to fail the halfway house situation. We already saw the preview. She going to be back on that stuff. Okay. She going to run away from the halfway house. We saw the previews for next week or whatever. And this is all your fault. Okay. I ain't going to say it's all his fault, but you're an enabler. Okay, you are an enabler, all right? You can't talk to the girl because you had her meeting up with you, violating what she's supposed to be doing at the halfway house already on the first day, okay? So now you're off her visiting list. You only can call her. You can't come see her. That's supposed to be your wife. You can't even consummate your marriage and all that stuff, and you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself, okay? Because you're trying to do underhanded, sneaky shit instead of just going ahead, following the rules, and knocking the shit out and getting it over. over with. Okay, you making the situation worse. All right, because you just so impatient. Okay, if you can wait 3 years or how many years she was in prison that y'all was talking, y'all was only talking to each other for a few months before y'all actually met and got married or whatever, and y'all don't know each other. That's what it boils down to. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. You're moving at the speed of light for what reason? She's gonna be there once she get out the halfway house. If you go ahead, you're not the right support system. You're not the right support system that she needs. Okay, and then this girl, she sees a sucker, and I feel like that's what it is, because at this point he's doing all of this stuff for her, and then when they got on that phone call and she was talking to him and all that shit, and she said she just worried about her mama, if her sister really taking care of her mama. Tammy really taking care of her mama? Because Tammy is a drug addict herself. Tammy is in a domestic violence situation, abusive relationship. She not really taking care of the mama. You know what I'm saying? The mama need help. She's sickly or whatever. Can you do me this big favor? I know it's a big reach or whatever, but if you love me, you would do it, boo boo. And John was like, sure, what do you want? And he was like, Christiana was like, well, would you mind letting mama and Tammy move in with you and watching them and taking care of them? I said, hold the fuck up, bitch. We ain't even lived together yet, and you want me to move your mama and your sister into my house with my 8 kids? I said, no, ain't nobody got time for that. He was like, first of all, this is a little weird because I only had a 20-minute conversation with her mama, and that's all the interaction that we ever had in life. But I'm going to go ahead and do it because that's my boo. Bitch, it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. No, it would not be me. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to find somebody else. You're gonna have to, call her home and put her in or something. Get a nurse to come over there and help her. Find some other relatives that can help her. But you're not gonna move her into my house. And it's not necessarily mom. It's the sister, because she's a drug addict as well. All right, so she gonna come up in there and probably steal all your shit. Okay, I don't trust that. He going over there talking to his friend and then telling his friend that he, Tammy, not Tammy, but Christiana got a job. You got to pay $100 to stay up in the halfway house or something like that. And she don't even make $100 a week like that. And I was like, what? You have to pay to stay there? Maybe I got that wrong, but you got to pay something. I said $100. What is that? And it was like she got a job at the car wash. And so what he does is he got a little secret space spot that he put in an envelope in a plastic bag, $20, stashing here and there, whatever, so Christiana can get it, so she can have a little money to get some food, get some some cigarettes or whatever. And the friend was like, why would you do that with somebody that was a previous addict? Once an addict, you're always an addict. No matter if you're recovering or not, if you haven't used in years or not, you're always an addict. And putting that money there, especially someone that just freshly trying to get sober and get her life together, supposedly, that's temptation. That is temptation like a mug. And the friend knows this because he used to be an addict. He's been in recovery for a long time as well. And I'm sitting here like, this man is stupid. Stupid. You are an enabler, okay? And I cannot stand enablers, all right? And he was like, damn, I didn't think of it that way. And I'm like, you already said that she is in this halfway house with people that she's either done drugs with, that have dealt her drugs, that it's drugs in there, and you are giving her money so that she can buy some drugs, okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen. And I'm sitting here like, John, you are dumb. And his son just standing there looking at him like, this is really my father. This is what my mama really laid down and let nut in her to have me. Wow. This is what I got. And I was like, yep. Unfortunately, the son was just standing there like, a mess. A mess. Okay. I just said, girl, ain't nobody got time for all of that. So we got Quaylin, we got Christiana and John. Okay, who else was up in this episode? Scott and Lindsay, girl, I'm tired of them too. Okay, but truth be told, I'm kind of tired of all of them. Scott and Lindsay, let me tell you something. Lindsay is playing Scott. And I just want to know what her end game is, okay? And Lindsay, baby girl, you can say that you wrote that shit down. Use a lie. Use a goddamn lie, bitch. I'm on your tail, okay, girl? You are a liar, all right? Scott may fall for that bullshit, but I'm not, okay? We not. The public, we not dumb, okay? But Lindsay, she up there she up there, she gotta call the parole or whatever they calling her, whatever, because her ankle monitor is not picking up the signal or whatever, because they can't get no signal out the way they at. So she gotta go walk around the block. She talking about how, she gotta have this thing on all day. She not really used to it. It's annoying. She gotta charge it for 2 to 4 hours a day, and she can't put it underwater because it's magnetic and all that stuff. It'll lose the signal. Beep, beep, beep. And we saw what happened when they was in the tub. She went and that shit happened. But she did what she had to do. She and Scott seem like they on a good page from now, and she only been out of jail for like 4 days or whatever. Okay, and we saw her little breakdown when she was going back and forth with Scott and having a fucking tantrum. I said, Lizzie, ain't nobody got time for this. That's a grown ass man, and he just sat there and let you do that. Okay, let you look stupid, because that's exactly what I would have did, or I would have fucking left, because bitch, you can't leave, but bitch, I can. Okay, that's what it is. And so at this point, Lindsay want to go take a bath. Okay, she get up in the tub, she bucket ass naked. She trying not to get her ankle monitor wet, and she let us know that she flexible, she'll make it work. I was like, okay, girl, do what you gotta do. That tub, it looked nice though. I said bubble bath and everything. It looked nice or whatever. And so at this time, Scott came up in there, and she was like, Scott, let me ask you this question. He was like, what? She was like, why haven't we had sex yet? And he was like, with all the stuff that's been going on, I didn't want to make it seem like you was pressured or whatever, make you feel pressured to have sex with me or nothing like that. And she was like, bitch, I don't feel pressure. And he was like, so you really don't? She said, Scott, take your goddamn clothes off, okay? Get your ass up in the tub. He was like, you want me to get in the tub? Yes, bring that dick here, boy. Okay, that's what she said. That's what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? I had to interpret it for y'all. She was like, Scott, he got like an athletic ass type of body. I said, really? He do? Okay, he ain't fat, but he got the look good. Like, if he was to, stop drinking so much beer, he'll probably lose it and then tone up a little bit. I can kind of see it a little bit. That lip is throwing me off. But yeah, she's like, he used to play soccer and all that stuff. She don't want no fat bitch. I said, okay, I can see you not wanting a fat bitch. I get it, but money talks, huh? If they had money, I bet you probably would. But anyway, we're not going to do Lindsay like that. Lindsay already doing herself. So Scott get up in that tub. I was like, we need to see this. But then again, I kind of, did I want to see it? Sometimes I do want to know how somebody has. No, I'm not finna do that. Y'all not finna get inside my mind like that. It's a little freaky like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be wondering, like, how would you have sex? Like, I can't see you pumping it. You know what I'm saying? Do you stroke it like that? Or do you just go, like that? Do you stroke it from the side? Or do you just... That strap gang talk. Okay, let me stop. I'm giving away my moves and stuff like that. Okay? Don't think just because a big bitch, you know what I'm saying, a bitch can't squirt. Anyway, somebody gonna be like, well, you talking about it. Why don't you bring Ashley at the dark back? Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up, okay? Because that's not what it is. I mentioned it so you won't have to. No. Give me time. Damn. But anyway, he get up in the tub or whatever. Beep, 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 beep. She needs to go charge the goddamn battery. I said, girl. And they wind up having sex up in the, on the floor. I said, you know what? You got to make do with what you got. That's what you got to do. Girl, the next day, Scott still up in the bed. He done found, one of her little notebooks and found this little handwritten thing that paper talking about, basically had her read it out loud saying, you know, get that cash, get that ass, get that money, get that ring. Okay, he boring, he an egomaniac and all this stuff. I'm using him. Basically putting out a plan. She said, I ain't had no Twitter when I was in jail. I ain't had no Instagram or whatever. So I used to read books and all this stuff. And if I read something and I seen a quote or whatever, I couldn't tweet it, I couldn't post it or whatever. So what I do, I write it down. That's all that it is, okay? Wow, why would I put my plans down on a piece of paper and put it out in the open so that you can get it? I said, Lindsay, you got caught. You got caught, okay? You got caught. You got caught. That's all that it is. Just come up to it, okay? You got caught. You got caught, okay? And that's how it ended with them. You know, he was pissed off. He was like, I don't know how you gonna get your way up out of this one. I said, oh, Scott, you finna put your foot down after you done gave her the D. You know, mind you, she was like, haven't had sex in 4 years, and you know, having sex for the first time is just like, you know, and having sex for the first time, period. Okay, it kind of hurt a little bit, but you know, it wasn't really passionate. It wasn't really what I wanted, you know, because it was on the floor, but it was sex, so I was here for it. You know, Scott, on the other hand, talked about we had an amazing time. It was passionate. It was full of love and all this stuff. I said, oh, the different tales. The different tales, bitch. Then we get Dylan and goddamn Heather. Um, Heather gonna get that boy locked up again. Okay, Dylan, get away from her. Dylan, get away from her. I thought I would like Heather. Heather is crazy. The girl is batshit. Okay, she is batty. She's not all the way there. She's a little. She's a lot of possessive. I wasn't gonna say and obsessive. Okay, it's one thing to be possessive. It's one thing to be obsessive, and it's one thing to be both of them bitches together. And that is a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, I'm sitting here like, bruh. Get out. Okay. She's still up in her feelings about the fact that this the first day that he out of prison, and you know, you supposed to be with me, and all I really wanted, she just really wanted to have sex with him. That's what her problem was. She thought that she was gonna come into her Aunt Diane house, that Aunt Diane must have would have been asleep, Aunt Stacy wasn't gonna be there, and all they can do was come in, go straight to the back and knock a few out. Okay, it ain't happen like that, because Aunt Diane had to see exactly who the hell was coming up in her house that was gonna be paroled at her house, and I would have stayed the fuck up just like Aunt Diane. Okay, you better respect that lady. That's what you better do, Heather. Okay, you could have, if you want sex that bad, fuck him in the back seat. Okay, if that's what you want, pull over into an empty lot and fuck him in the back seat, girl. Okay, since you wanted that damn bad, since you gonna get mad at Aunt Diane because you can't do it in her house. Okay, and then Aunt Diane called. You know, she getting all upset. I said, girl, all because you want some dingaling? Girl, I ain't never been fiending over no shit like that. Okay, I don't fiend over dick, no way. Okay, that ain't my ministry, but I ain't never fiend over nothing like that. I ain't never been like, ooh, shit, I gotta have it. Okay, it ain't never been that serious or whatever. I mean, I would love some right now, but I ain't finna be sitting here like a crackhead, bitch. But damn, Heather, calm that shit down. Aunt Diane called and said, yo, parole or whoever, he over here want to talk to you, Dylan. And he was like, okay, now Heather, like, we on the highway. Okay, so just tell him we on our way there, but it's traffic. Dylan is like, oh my God, you gonna get me back up in jail. Now let me tell you how she gonna get him back up in jail. Either they gonna be late and the parole dude gonna be there, not gonna be there. This is his first day out. I said, see, Heather, why did you leave? You should have stayed. You should have stayed. Okay, because you get upset because you couldn't get no dick. I said, what? What? You jeopardizing this man's freedom because you couldn't get no dick, so you gonna leave and take him with you? And then you driving all crazy and he trying to tell your ass to slow the fuck down or whatever. I said, girl, Dylan, leave. Dylan, run. Okay? That's what you need to do. Moving on from that. Sean, you stay with Destiny because you dumb as shit. I don't even want to tell you to leave because at this point, you deserve everything that happens to you. Because the writings and all the red flags have just been flying all over the goddamn place. And your ass sitting there like this. Pretty color. I like it. Let me get some more. Seriously, okay. Destiny was still outside in the pool or whatever. And they had a little conversation about what happened and they calmed the hell down, wound up having sex up in the pool. That seems nice, okay? Destiny looked like she a fun girl. She looked like she get into some kinky shit. We already know. All right. They got to get on a plane to go to Orlando, where her court case is going to be at, where this $50,000 is, being held over Sean's head, and he's acting a little paranoid, okay? He's acting a little, overprotective and, like a sergeant or whatever, because he don't want to lose that money. Bitch, ain't nobody tell you to bail that bitch out with put that money down on her. Okay, so this is all your fault. This is all your fault. You know what I'm saying? And this girl is having doubts about you. She going out with her sister getting her drunk on the night that it was supposed to be the next day going to court. And she keep on texting and texting. And he like a drill sergeant. I don't like that. Like, he all clingy and all up in my space. I don't like that. Like, he doing too much. Like, damn, let me breathe. Let me breathe. Sometimes it's like I want to be single. I want to do what I got to do. I said, Destiny, why the hell did you link up with somebody? Because you saw a sucker. Because that she let us know in that little blurb, Sean been giving her like $500, $600 every goddamn day. I said, bitch, you really trying to put yourself in a poorhouse and put yourself on the street over this bitch. And what she do? She take the money to the goddamn casino, okay? And she gambled that shit out. She got a gambling problem. And then Destiny, Sean was like, listen, when it comes to Kelly, you want to be real when I talk to her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for all of that bullshit. And he keep on texting and calling because he want to be, he want the girl to show up on time, okay? And he just getting played. That's just basically all that it is. You are getting used. You are a money machine to Destiny. That girl don't love you. That girl don't want you like that. Okay? What she probably want right about now is some puss. Because that's what she say she go to. It ain't me just saying that. It's she just saying that she go to that. And she keeps making that known. Girl, she gonna fuck around and get a girlfriend. You all upset at what Sean not telling you about the lies that he ain't telling you. And you lied to him too. You lied to him too. When you gonna tell him that you had girlfriends in prison? When you gonna tell him that you was flirting with that girl and when you was about to take that girl out on a date at the furniture store? When you gonna tell him that? Okay? Now Destiny. But Sean deserves. Okay? Because he's stupid as shit. He's stupid as shit. But anyway, that's Love After Lockup. If I missed anything, girl, I don't care because I'm tired. I got to go to work in the morning. You guys tell me how y'all felt about it. And I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Okay? Peace.